The 2010 Scottish Widows Parish Walk. That's a new sponsor. Why the change, Ray?
Well, it's certainly a new branding, but effectively it's Clerical Medical under a new name. Due to parent company mergers and whatnot in the financial sector, Clerical Medical will ultimately be rebranded as Scottish Widows. So whilst we have a new name, Scottish Widows Parish Walk, it is in reality the same people.
And a new name and a slightly later date.
Yeah, we're a week later this year, so everybody needs to mark it in their diaries for 2010. It's June 26th and 27th, 1 week after the Peel Bay Festival.
Manx Bay Festival, I think
it's called
this year. You've told me that before we came on that the safety is going to be a prime concern this year. When I speak to a lot of people about road safety, the first thing they complain to me about is walkers in the middle of the road, car drivers driving alongside. Do the problems with road safety start with the people taking part?
Yeah, I think we have a multiple number of problems. Everybody needs to take responsibility for this. And yes, we are constantly appealing to walkers to look out for their own safety. Yes, walk on the left-hand side of the road or on a footpath, and to be aware of other road users, particularly on the open roads. Traffic following the race. Obviously we like people to have their support vehicles. Certainly after Peel it's mandatory, but we'd like those people to pay attention to normal road safety rules and park judiciously. Of course, driving alongside their walker is contrary to the rules.
Are you going to take action against some of the competitors?
We have done in the past, and we will be doing in the future, and those competitors will be subject to time penalties.
2 years ago, when it was very wet and misty, there were problems with seeing competitors at night time. You've done something to change that this year.
Well, obviously the high visibility fluorescent bibs are mandatory now for all walkers going past Peel, and we certainly are looking to make sure that there's a minimum amount of reflective material on those reflective bibs. So that's as a mandatory. However, this year, in order to increase visibility, it will be mandatory for every walker to wear a flashing light on their arm after 10 p.m. once it gets dusk and dark.
What about those early sections of the parish walk where, with the increased numbers, people are being pushed off the pavements in the early stages? Are you doing anything about that this year with the road closures? Yeah,
we've obviously identified a number of hot spots where the problems are particularly bad. There's always going to be a problem given the popularity of the parish walk, given the fact that people want to come out and look at their friends and relatives doing the challenge. But we will be looking to have road closures, certainly along the early part of the course. We're in negotiation with the police and the Department of Transport with view to perhaps closing the main Peel to Douglas Road for that short period when we're using it up to Moran. So we'll be looking to make the Ballahutchin area much safer for walkers. Then of course we have the usual one-way closed road systems all the way through the south. Again, we're looking at a new traffic management system for the Santon Church area, which again is a perennial headache. But the Slough, we've identified a whole series of problems in the first part of the race up to Peel. And of course, once it gets dark, then the visibility, walker safety issues become a real problem. So we are looking to other agencies such as the police force, Coast Guard, Civil Defence. All these agencies have facilities and resources that we will call upon to increase visibility, increase the warning to drivers whom we appeal, please slow down on Parish Walk Night.
And have you used any taxis since last year? I think you had some incidents with taxi drivers last year.
Well, to be fair, I think that was an issue that was perhaps given more airplay than perhaps it deserved. But we are, and every year we are, and of course in communication with the Taxi Federation and with the individual companies, trying to advise them that we're on the road and to let their members know to be careful.
We've got to talk about safety because that will ultimately decide how long the parish walk continues for, I think. But now that we've got that out of the way, let's talk about numbers and who's going to win. Can we get as many in as last year? 1,700 entries last year?
Yeah, just under, and I think that we can expect 1,700 plus this year. I think the race will always grow. It's a challenge that's captivated people's imagination. So certainly we would look to increase the numbers, not by huge amounts, because we want to keep the flavour of the race. We want to keep the Manx Parish Walk a Manx event. So from that point of view, yes, it'll be a bigger event, better event, but as usual, it all boils down to those tremendous athletes who have the potential to win. Last year, of course, we had a new ladies winner, record breaker.
Could she win it? Could she win it this year, 2010?
Murray, I have to say, she has the potential to win a Parish Walk. Yes, we could see a female winner of the Parish Walk. A sub 16 hour time last year, and the average winning time over the last sort of 10-15 years is 16:40. So it just illustrates that Janice's performance last year was top drawer. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of guys looking over their shoulders, making sure they're keeping a good distance ahead of her on the road. We hope to see the familiar faces. Last year's winner, Jock Waddington, certainly a class athlete, and certainly somebody who certainly got the measure of the Parish Walk. So we expect to see him up to the fore, particularly when you start getting down to the nitty-gritty. Along the west coast and up around Bride, we expect to see people like Sean Hands, very fine athlete, and maybe people like Michael George, Mark Hemsel. These are guys that are really training hard and certainly putting the miles in.
Well, we're all looking forward to it, and thanks for talking to us for the third time.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to next year's race.